Hey, I'm on.
Tina?
Hello? I don't know why
Okay.
it wasn't working, but I'm on.
Hold on. Can you turn that off, please? I think it's echoing. Okay, so, are you on, Jesse?
What?
Go get your sister from over there.
Don't judge me.
Is she in there? You sure? Okay, it's Myra, Cassie, and Kai. Cassie is. I don't think Kai is. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. A few things that I wanted to say is, I don't know if you guys know about the One Team One mission that Ashley is having on the 25th in Tri-Cities. If you guys want to go to that, you do have to get a ticket. So let me know if you want to know how to get a ticket. I'm not sure. I think they're like, I don't know if they're $10 or $15, but it's basically like a. She kind of goes over like rap stuff, and they rap people there and go over all our products. And then they do like a little bit of a training. And Ashley is throwing that, and she is our upline. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she's like our triple diamond upline. So above Janelle, if you know who she is. So those are super awesome to go to. You'll learn a lot, and they're just really fun. A place where we can all be together also. Sorry, people are like writing on there. So I just wanted a few girls to share like things that they do to keep their business going, because I feel like just not from hearing from us only, but like everybody on the team, you know, everybody's different. And can somebody tell me if they can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Like, really quiet. So I just wanted you guys to hear from other people, not always just me and Jesse and Shelby, because we all do things differently, but it's nice to learn from each other and see if maybe a way that someone else does something could work. So I was going to share 3 things that I do daily that I cannot go without doing with you guys. I'm just trying to find where I wrote them down. So for me, it's super important. I post every single hour. I know this sounds like a lot, but the more I post, I know that there's people seeing my posts. And it doesn't have to be it works every hour. It can be like what you're doing throughout the day, you being with your kids. Because like what's happening is people are seeing your post. So if you post something that interests them, they're gonna like click on it or look at it. And sometimes we get curious and we're like, oh, you know, start looking at the profile and stuff. So I think that the more you try and post, people will be like fetch attention to your actual profile or Facebook or whatever, and they will go and they'll look through your pictures. Like I do that all the time when I see someone that's interesting or funny or whatever. I'll go start looking through their stuff. So I feel like if I'm doing it, I know other people are doing it. So I try to post every hour, even if it's what I'm doing throughout the day, or if I'm getting coffee, or if I'm doing something fun with my kids, or even if I'm just hanging out at home. And then I try to combine my it works stuff in there throughout the day. At least 3 before and afters a day, morning, evening, and night. And then 3 before and afters. And then another thing I do is I dedicate to blitzing at least 3 people. And that's not even really a lot because I leave my house more enough to where I could blitz like 10 people. But I just try to make sure that I'm at least doing 3 a day. So I kind of have like a number plan in my mind every day. So what I do is I carry blitz cards in my purse, and like I go get fast food or anything, you know, if I go out to eat or if I'm at the park, I try to hand a Blitz card to someone, or even if there's no one there, like I'll leave it somewhere where I know someone will see it. I know for some people they're like, that's kind of a waste because you don't really know if someone got it or not. But for me, as long as I'm leaving it somewhere where I know someone is gonna see it, like I go to the library a lot, so I'll leave one like right at the computer where somebody's gonna log in, or something like that. So that's important. I make sure to Blitz or leave 3 Blitz cards or hand out 3 Blitz cards at least a day. And then another thing is I make sure I do daily is I make sure that through all the pictures I post daily, like my before and afters, and my business posts, like when people are liking those ones, those are the people that I make sure at the end of the night I message them. So I go back through my photos and I see, okay, who liked it, who commented, and I make sure I message them and just say, hey, thanks for the like or the comment, just wondering if you're interested. Sometimes they won't answer you right away, like it'll take a few days or whatever, or even longer, but you'll either see that they looked at it or they'll respond to you and either say yes or no. If they tell me, yeah, but I don't have money, I just like write their name down and just tell them if it's okay if I follow up with them in a few weeks. But if they tell me no, like I'm not interested, I'll just say, okay, thank you. Like I'm still really nice about it, but I just, you know, I know they're watching me. So I just, you know, make sure you're posting because they're still watching you. And I've had people that tell me no, and then they write me like 3 months later, like, oh, I want to try those hair pills, because some people don't know that we have other products. You know, they think we're just offering the wrap or whatever post they like. So those are the 3 things that I do every day that I think have helped me a lot be successful and not miss out on everything that I could do with the business. So hi. I don't know if Kai's on. I was gonna have her go first. Because she's been in It Works the longest with me, and she started right after I did. She was like one of my second distributors, and I am super excited that she's still a part of it, and she hasn't given up, and she's worked really, really hard. So, Kai, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, will you just share? Sorry, my daughter's screaming. Will you just share 3 things at least that you do daily that you know you can't go without doing, and also share kind of like how you felt when you started, maybe a little bit if you can?
Okay. That I can't go without doing every day is basically just being grateful that, you know, I took this opportunity and that it's up to me to do, it's up to me to reach my goal. That's the one thing I always think about. That's the one thing I always do. I always focus on, you know, loving myself and being right there in the midst of everything, you know, even though we all get really, really busy. It's always hard to, you know, to try and post every day. I know some of us are like, oh, I didn't get that last before and after in there. Sometimes that'll happen. You'll just get so hectic and everything. But remember to love yourself and that it's okay to not get where you want to get that day. You just work harder the next day. 2, hundreds list for me. I can't go a day without adding someone to my hundreds list or putting an appointment down. So either it's a wrap appointment where I go to someone's house and I wrap them, or it's, you know, oh, she wants to set up a time where I can call her and talk to her about being a distributor. Or, oh, yeah, I want to order next week. What time and what day? I have time at this time. I can call you. I can walk you through it. You know, make an appointment for something. You know, even if it's just if it's a soft appointment where it's like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe next week, make sure you follow up with that person. Put it down. Put it in your 100 list because it's going to help you. Number 3 for me is I can't go a day without looking at my e-suite and making sure that my distributors are doing good. When you have a team underneath you, you want to reach out to them and you want to talk to them. I absolutely understand that everybody's busy. You don't want to overwhelm people, but you want to talk to them and make sure they're okay, make sure they know what they're doing, and answer any questions. Kind of 3B here, or 3A. My best friend signed up like immediately right after I started. She wanted to do it, and she's like, I'm going underneath you. And that was a great feeling. You know, you get that momentum, you get that first distributor. Don't stop. Don't stop doing what you're doing. You guys are all doing great. I've seen you all post, and it's awesome, especially you, Cassie. I love all of your posts, by the way. I've stolen a couple of them. At least I liked them first. I was like, hey. When I first started, it was really weird. I was one of those people who started as a low customer with Taina. It was really weird. I was 200 pounds, and I was tired of being overweight. I was tired of being sick and just tired of being unhealthy. And it literally gave me something to work toward, getting my back to the way that I want it, where I feel comfortable and I feel confident, and also being able to make money. And, you know, that came at a time where I had just gotten a new job and I hated it. So it was perfect for me. And it was a little overwhelming at first, but I went through my It Works You training was the best thing I could ever have done. It teaches you so much, and it kind of keeps you from being completely overwhelmed. Trying to think. I know I had one more thing. Oh, write down your why. Put it somewhere where you'll see it. Even if it's in your bedroom, in your closet. Even if it's, you know, in your bathroom, on the back of the door. Put it somewhere where you'll see it several times every day, because not only is that motivation, but it's also something to work towards. It's motivation. It's also reminding you, this is where I would be. This is, you know, what I have to go back to if I don't work as hard as I can on this. And pray. And pray.
I love all of your tips. They're awesome. Especially the fact that you said love yourself. I feel like that's super important, because if you don't love yourself and you don't get up happy, you can't help others. Like, if you are sad and you just hate everything about life, you're not going to be able to help others. So
absolutely.
I super love that. It doesn't always have to be about the business. When you say, like, what do I have to do for my business? It's also, what do you have to do for yourself?
Yes. Always take care of yourself first. That's the first thing you can do. I know you have kids and stuff like that. Obviously, take care of your family too, but take care of yourself first, because it can get a little stressful with life and having to juggle a few things. Always take a little bit of time, a couple minutes, just to breathe.
Yes. And then another thing that I loved is what you said about checking on your team. I feel like a lot of people feel like, I only have one distributor, like, I don't have a team. But if you have one person under you, like, those people are under you and they depend on you. Like, they put their money just like you put their money, because they want something out of it. So if you're not checking on them at least every few days or once a week or whatever works for you and your team, then I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, your team needs to be one of, like, the top priorities for yourself. If you start training yourself at the beginning to check your e-suite also, I think that's important, because once you start working in your e-suite, you're going to know why you need it. Like, people are always like, why do I need my e-suite? Like, I don't know how to use it. But once you start, like, checking your reports, looking at your commission, what you sold, like, it becomes a part of you. So you have to see, like, this is your business. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't see it like it's my business. Like, if you open a store, are you not going to look at your sales every day? Are you not going to look at what your customer employees did? Like, it's the same thing. Like, you guys aren't my employees, but it's important for me to look at that kind of stuff and follow up and see if you guys need help, or if you guys are confused or whatever, because nobody likes to feel lost when they join something. They like to feel, like, secure, and they like to know that they know what they're doing. So that's another really important thing too.
You don't have to be best friends, but try your hardest to talk to them on a regular basis and let them know that you're there. Let them know that if they need something, you're not just going to leave them and completely fall off the face of the earth, because that's happened to a lot of people. And then they come to you because they didn't join you, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. What happened? Or, you but you also don't feel bad at the same time. So
yeah, I've had a lot of distributors, and other distributors on my team message me, like, this girl messaged me, and she's like, join someone and like that person quit and they have no help, and like we feel really bad because we want to help them. So imagine that's how other people feel. Like if you have someone join your team and you just quit, or you're just like not even doing anything, they're gonna feel like that. Like I joined someone and they really just quit, like, or they're not really into it. Like, especially when you're growing a team, I think it's important to at least, you know, do some stuff like posting, you know, be a good example to your team.
Yeah. Definitely a really good example. Don't overwhelm them either. It's hard. I know it's really easy to tell someone to do this, do this and that. Don't overwhelm them. Tell them to, you know, start off at their it works you. Tell them, you know, go through it, look it up, you know, ask questions and answer their questions.
Okay, thank you, Kai, for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
So glad that you're still here with me, and I love you so much.
Love you too.
I don't know if I should have Myra or Cassie go. I don't even know if Myra's on. I know she said she might not be because she had something come up and she had to travel. Myra, are you on? I don't even know her number by memory. Maybe not. Okay. I guess you can go next, Cassie, if you'd like.
Okay.
Oh, did you unmute yourself? Okay,
Why are
perfect.
you not on video?
Oh, because I look ugly.
Oh my gosh, whatever. Okay. Oh, there you are. You don't look ugly. You look so beautiful.
I just took a shower. My face is all red. Okay.
Okay, so a big thing for me is I add new people every single day. I want to hit that 5,000 mark, and I want everybody to know. I like to add moms, and I like to add. Sorry.
It's okay. We all have babies.
So for me, I like to add moms. I don't add men, and I like to find stay-at-home moms because that's how I got into this business. Is I became a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to do something to benefit my family and help them out. Jay, stop. Number 2 for me is I like to make more personal posts rather than ad posts. Yes, you will see me do ad posts only because I know I need to get a post in because I haven't done one in a while. I like to talk about my daughter. I like to talk about what It Works does for me, how it's going to help me get out of debt, how it's going to pay my bills, how it will put my daughter through college. People like to see that stuff because in reality, everyone has the same goals. Everyone that raises their family wants to give them everything they can. So that's huge for me. Number 3 is also I like to build new relationships. So even if it's not even about It Works, like yesterday there was a girl and I don't even know her. I just added her and she made a post about how she quit some company because her upline was never there for her and never around to help her. She just deleted her off Facebook to leave her on her own. And so I wrote her and I told her, like, you know, I'm sorry that, you know, you had an upline like that, and I'm very thankful for my upline that's always there for me. And I was like, if you ever need anything to talk about, you need anybody, you know, to be there for you, message me. And she lives all the way in Florida. So, I mean, we've been talking ever since. And for me, that's really important because the last 3 loyals I've gotten was from building relationships like that, with not even talking about It Works, not talking about my business, not asking them if they've tried the crazy wrap thing, just talking to them for who they are, for their interests, for their likes, for their family, for anything. And I think for me that really helps because people want to know that you're a real person and people want to see who you are before they trust you to invest in your business or to buy anything from you. So those are my 3 things that I do every day.
I love yours too. Oh my God, you guys are so awesome. So I just want to point out one that you did say is also, like you said, share your goals on your Facebook, like what you want to give your kids. And the reason why I think that's so important is because people think like we're crazy. Like they're like, these girls think that those wraps are going to get their kids in college. Like, yeah, we do. Now we got your attention. Now look at our profile or whatever. So yeah, share your goals and your dreams, and don't be scared to say when I first started, I was scared to write, I'm gonna make so much money a month. But if you don't believe that you can make whatever money you're dreaming of making in this business, it's not gonna happen. Like, you have to believe that first. Sorry, I just totally lost track of what I was saying. And then, sorry, the last thing that you just said, I just forgot.
Building relationships, that?
Yes. I love that you said that you like talk to people and form a relationship with them first. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be about the business, but if you're forming relationships with people, I've formed so many relationships since I started this business, and those people write me daily, like, we're friends, and they want to join my business, and I know they will when they are ready. But I also talk to them about like personal things, and I know this takes a lot of time out of like what you normally do, but it means a lot to people, and you know, they even like share with others. Like, I had one girl that I had talked to for like 5 months, and she became my customer, and then she shared it to everybody how nice I was, and like she sent me like 10 more customers, and she sends me customers all the time because of the way I treated her and how I had a relationship with her first. So that's super, super important. To not always think that you just have to talk about the business, but you can write someone and just, you know,
I talk to people about the business as well. Like, if they like or comment, I will write them and be like, you know, hey, are you interested, or whatever I say. But I also form relationships with other people.
And that's why leaving comments on pictures is nice too, because that's forming a relationship. Like, you don't have to talk all day, but you just say something nice to someone and just say like, oh, I love your shirt, or whatever. You're being like you're being thoughtful.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie or say something that you mean. Like, try to be sincere when you tell people nice things, but that's a way of forming a relationship. So it doesn't have to take your whole day, but you can say nice things to people. I don't know if Myra got on.
I don't think so.
So, does anybody have any questions that you guys would like me to answer at all? Or Cassie or Kai? Do you guys have any questions for them?
I have one question. Okay, so I need to know what airline you guys are flying and stuff for the conference. Like, I'm trying to look at prices, trying to find out the best prices. I want to go, and I'm going to go.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys watched Janelle's video. She talked a little bit about the 3Pay. If you go to the website, you can pay for your ticket in 3 payments. And also another thing that they're doing is, I think when you go to the events and you do the first payment for your ticket, you're also getting 3 rewards. I'm not sure exactly when or how fast, but you're supposed to be getting 3 rewards on your account. So basically, the CEO is giving you 3 rewards, wrap rewards, so you can make however much money through wrap rewards would make you back. So that's nice. Basically, like, you're paying, but you're also getting like a bunch of wraps for what you paid for cheap, and you can sell those and make profit. So that, I just wanted to throw that in there. The plane stuff, like, I was gonna look into it last night, but I'm not really sure. I was gonna try to find like the cheapest that it would cost to go to conference, and maybe even have to leave a day earlier, because it's gonna be really expensive on the exact weekend. So you might have to leave like a day earlier, so it's not like a weekend day.
Yeah.
And it might be cheaper that way. I know it's a really big trip, like from here to Florida, but I haven't went to a conference and I really want to go. So like, my plan is to get there however I can. So I'm looking into that, but if you guys want to know how much a plane ticket would be, just to get an idea if you can even afford it at all, let me know or message me, and I can get you like a price of what I found. So Kai, on your question, I don't really know. I'm hoping it's not too much, but it might be, since it's all the way in Florida. I think Janelle said that she got a round trip ticket for like less 200 or something like that.
She said 400 at the most.
Oh, okay. Well, she's won a lot of times, so she's probably had a variety. But I know that it's a life changer for sure, and they do a lot at the conference, and they do some training and stuff too. So it just gets you like super pumped and excited and stuff. And I bet it's an amazing experience. So I'll definitely let you know about that.
Okay.
So since Myra's not on, I will share 3 things that I know she does every day. If you guys know, Myra joined. When did Myra join? She joined, I think, 3 months ago now. And
yeah, she joined before me.
Yeah, right after you.
She joined right before me, so because I joined like right after she joined.
Oh.
And I joined July 5th, so I think she joined, or I joined June 5th, so I think she joined in May.
Yeah, she joined like a little bit before you. Myra is like the type of person that she like doesn't let anything get in the way of what she wants. Like ever since, like literally since I enrolled her, like she just went out and like did everything that she thought she could do. Like if you watch Myra, like she doesn't miss a day or an hour without a post. Like we all know she's like the crazy poster, and we might think it's a lot, but she gets a lot of attention. Like she's been in the business 3 months, and she's already gonna go pretty close to going Emerald, so that's super awesome. She went Ruby in her 60 days, and one thing I know about Myra, I even learned from her. Like she posts. She is always communicating. Like if it's not with me, she's always communicating with Jessie or somebody. She's always trying to figure out her next step. Like she doesn't get comfortable. She doesn't think like, oh well, I'm a Ruby, so I'm good. Like when she first joined, like she told me like, I just want Ruby, like, and I'll be fine. And as soon as she hit Ruby, she's like, okay, how do I get to Emerald and how do I get to Diamond? Like she's already working on her Diamond chart because she's so close to Emerald. So I just know that Myra is always posting, and she doesn't ever miss a time that she's not posting. She's always interacting with her uplines and trying to ask questions, you know, because if you're asking questions, you're learning. And she's always looking for her next goal. So don't ever get comfortable and think like, well, you know, I hit my executive and I wanted to make around $300 a month, so I'm fine, you know? Like, always think ahead because you're going to want to do more. Like, I'm telling you right now, you might think you just want to be a Ruby or you just might want to be an executive, but when you are charted all the way for double diamond, you're going to be like, crap, like, I didn't even think this was possible. Like, you know, it literally does start with one person, and it starts with you being consistent, and I think those are the most important things, but I have definitely learned from Myra to just post, and who cares what people think. Like, she's had people say such negative stuff on her posts, like, I've seen it. And all she will do is delete them or whatever. Like, she doesn't let people distract her from what she knows she wants. So I've learned that from her. Even though I'm her upline, like, I look at what everybody else does and what works for them. Like, she got like 30 loyal in her first month of being in the business, and I knew it was from her being consistent and from her posting. And so those are 2 super, super important things to do. And like I said, always ask questions. Like, no question is a dumb question. It doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 3 months and you feel like you should know everything. Like, we're never going to know everything. So I wish she was on because I know she told me she had like 5 things that she wanted to do, but she had to travel to Yakima because her grandpa's sick. So I told her to like worry about that and not worry about this. So yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? I think we're pretty close to running out of time here. Super excited that everybody got a chance to get on, and maybe we'll just have Myra share her tips next Wednesday. If anybody new is on, we get on our Zooms every single Wednesday at 6, and it's just, you know, like we just kind of talk and hang out and yeah. Anybody else want to ask anything about? Another thing I guess that I can throw in that I just remembered is don't forget to if you have just enrolled or if you're still within your 60 days, look at your cutoff date for Ruby because everybody should know when their cutoff date is for the $500 bonus. If you log onto your account and you look at the day you enrolled, if you enrolled on an off day, like any day besides the last day of the month, you still have, like, if you enroll, like, let's say you enroll the 15th or something like that, you get an extra month. So you'll get the rest of the month you enrolled. Like, if I enroll September 15th, I get the rest of September, all of October, and all of December. So you get an extra month. So I would like for everybody, if you can, go on to your accounts and see when your cutoff date is and let me know because I want to see how close you are to Ruby or if there's anything I can do to help you get to Ruby if you're close, one distributor or loyal customers or whatever. Don't give up on Ruby because you feel like I only have 10 days and I don't think I'm going to make it. Like, I literally needed like I think it was like $800 or $700 in volume and I had like 10 days to get my $1,000 bonus. And I did not quit and I got it the last day. So I'm telling you from experience, don't give up on that just because you feel like you only have 10 days. Like, if you are doing everything you can, like even if you get super close and you don't make it, like that's going to help you for next month. It's going to help you reach another goal. So always look at it that way when you don't reach your goal. But yeah, I think that's everything for tonight, guys. I'm going to let everyone go. I hope you guys have a great night because this is going to cut off on me. I have like 2 minutes. If nobody has any questions, which I don't think anybody does. But yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.